apprentice in Lyon, and I finished in the top 10. So my name was in the paper again. And I was
Wait,
like,
so,
no.
so you like the term, you like being celebrities.
Yeah, no, I felt like, hey, this is a good business. They know and then, of course, after when I was at the Moulin Mougin, and there would have been a big event and media, I wanted to make sure I was in the front of the picture. Even if they didn't put my name there. and why? Because I don't know. I think for me, I always felt that if you do your job well, if you are with the right person, and if you are focused with what you do, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna have to be a good cook first before you become a good chef. And eventually, if you become a good chef, you're gonna be noticed. For sure.
Yes, exactly, and you're going to be celebrated.
Yes.
Which is why you are a celebrity, because you're being celebrated for greatness.
Yeah.
That's what celebrity is supposed
Yeah, but
to
it's
be.
not always a smooth ride. You know what I mean? Sometimes you hit bumps and puddles.
And also, some of those celebrities are not great chefs. And I used to love that Andre Saltner used to say, "We are only cooks."
It's true.
He said that many times. He was very offended of all these chefs who are going out to promote themselves and do even charity events. We once asked him to do one of our very early events for City Meals on Wheels, where we were gonna have 7 chefs cook each a different course. He said, "Okay, I'll take dessert. That way I can be in my restaurant all night and just come at the end after everyone's gone home," which is what he did. He came to take a vow.
And he is still very much active, down by 15 other cooks who were trying to become noticed. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that. I know that Tom Colicchio is a man of enormous integrity, and I admire him deeply, and Gail as well. But you're surrounded by a lot of people who are starting to try to figure out how to get an agent and a lawyer and how to become a TV star. And I wonder if you could tell us anything about what your experience was with those people and yourself and going through all that stuff.
I don't know, like I've never had a PR agent or a PR firm.
A manager.
I've never had a manager. It was just me, basically.
Why on earth would you do Top Chef is like 6 weeks of grueling hell.
They had me like go to interviews with these different people, and like I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable. You know, like I was in front of like William Morris Entertainment, and then I was in front of not Baltz. Yeah, I met a bunch of different people. I can't even name the agencies because I don't even know who they are most of the time in events. But like, it just wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't feel like me, didn't feel important at the time.
But why did you go through Top Chef? Did they come looking for you?
Yeah, kind of. They ended up calling me after, so I had opened Uchiko at the time, and then we got 4 nominations for the restaurant. Well, we got the restaurant, me, the pastry chef, and then actually Tyson got a nomination also, which was my chef at the time.
Beard nomination?
Yeah, beard nomination, and then I guess they just called the people on that list or whatever. And at that point, I was the executive chef for a restaurant group that had 3 restaurants in Texas, and it was just like, I had said no the previous 2 years to doing the show, but then like, I pretty much had more office work than kitchen time, I guess, at that point in my career, so I'm like, why not do it? I was already planning my own restaurant at that point, and I'm like, I might as well do it, because you know, it seems like it's going to be a good opportunity this year.
At the time, it wasn't your restaurant when you started.
Yeah, I wasn't working my restaurant,
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah,
it was a good
give
time.
you the little bit of freedom to
To get back to the stove, to.
Yeah, just to cook and not worry about anything. And then when people ask me to think the show is hard, I'm like, man, it's hard. My day-to-day is a lot harder than that show, because there's 2 things in that show that's going to happen. I'm going to get screwed and I need to cook. You know, and if that's what I focus on, I'll do okay.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody on that show, it's like, they're so worried about how they're going to look on TV, what the strategy is, what the politics are, and it's like, it doesn't matter. They're going to screw you and you're going to cook. Those are 2 things that are going to happen every single time.
What was the worst, most convoluted, annoying, crazy, weird challenge that they put you through on your season of Top Chef?
Oh, it was that weird ice block challenge. I don't remember. I helped out the competitor because I'm like, we're not even cooking.
So tell people what it was.
It was like we had to break our food out of these ice blocks,
They froze your
And
food
then,
inside ice.
Yep. So I was with, like Beverly and Sarah, and I mean, it was a huge ice block. So like we obviously needed to help each other to get food out of the ice blocks. But I mean, I had got my food out, and I'm like looking at them, and they have no food to cook. So I'm like, I was like, there's no point in me like cooking for be the only one putting up food. So I'm like, so I helped them break the ice blocks and gave them food.
What did you have to break the ice blocks? What, did you have hammers or chainsaws or what?
What was inside the block?
They had, I don't even remember, but they have different things like they would have salt or oil or like little like plastic vacuum sealed bags in the ice block. You know, like Beverly was saying like there was like picks and I don't know, it just didn't
It's
make
like
sense.
extreme cooking. You're in
But there's no point being
Greenland.
show.
So
Like,
you're
it's
in
not even-
Greenland and you have to dig the ice.
It's just not even cooking
That is
anymore.
so, exactly,
It's
that
like
is so
television.
stupid.
But
That is so unlike the competitions
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Danielle would have gone through, and you can still go through in France.
Yeah.
They
Because
are